Hello everybody and welcome to AFB Gaming if you're new. So, today I'm going to show you guys how to Templar. Basically, I'm going to show you my build. I am a Red Guard Templar, which is Stamina Templar. And I'm going to start off with my character sheet and go into inventory to show my armor, weapons, and then I'll go into skills, what's necessary, what's not what's necessary, but in my opinion what's necessary. Hopefully this will help out some lower level characters. Just because I'm vet 16, don't get discouraged. In my opinion, you shouldn't worry about your stats until you are vet 16. If you're vet 2 and your stats are like, you know, not even 15,000 magic or health for that matter, don't even worry about it. Just play the game. But as soon as you are vet 16, then you can worry about it. Now, a lot of people would be looking at this right now and thinking I'm freaking crazy because my attribute points all spread out and stuff, but the point of this build, or rather my build, is for balance. I want to be a balanced warrior. I want to be able to tank, DPS, and heal at the same time. Just kidding. Not really. I am a DPS, and I'm also a healer. I am good at both, and I have people to vouch for that, whether you believe me or not. I have beat the Maelstrom Arena on normal, not veteran. I'm working on that, but that goes to show I can do some stuff, and I personally think it's more about skill than anything. So, there's character sheet, 2462 weapon damage, unbuffed. The health, stamina, and magic are buffed with all primary stats, increased by the Crown Fortified Meal, so it is actually increased quite a bit, but that's okay. The reason I put this much into magic is because since I'm a Red Guard, I don't really have too much magical prowess, but I do for stamina, so I figured it would even itself out. I don't want you guys to look at this and think it cancels each other out, because that is definitely not the case, because I use both magic and stamina skills. So basically when I run out of one, I still have the other, and by the time I have expended the second, the first one is back. You'll see what I mean. So going into armor, you guys already know that I use the Morkelden set. However, this is for more damage. I went medium armor, Hunding's Rage, 5-piece, for that 282 weapon damage. This is all at vet 14, so it's not even vet 16 stuff, which means once I do get my vet 16 stuff, it's only going to be better. So Jack of Hunding's Rage, all divines, because I'm using the Warrior Stone, the Warrior Stone, and the enchantments aren't even all there. Some of these aren't even enchanted, and some of these are enchanted with health versus stamina. So if you want all stamina, if you want to be an all stamina DPS, enchant everything stamina. You know, you want to get the 3-piece agility if you're all stamina, and you also want Ashen Grip, in my opinion. You can get that extra 120 weapon damage. Now there are people that run Hunding's Rage and Night Mothers and then dual wield daggers, so you have like a 71 critical rating, but I know people that are starting to put impenetrable on their armor so that they're resistant to critical hits, and you can fix it in your champion points too. So I personally want to go for more base damage, and if I get crit, then awesome. If not, that's fine. So 3-piece Ashen Grip with the Greatsword, 5-piece Hunding's Rage. I usually use Morkelden because it is actually also a good set. I do have all divines on it, and it's heavy armor. That's the main difference. So you just get more defense, and it gives you maximum stamina, stamina recovery, weapon damage, and then it gives you also that Ghost Sword, which is awesome. I've seen a lot of people complain about it and say that it doesn't spawn where you want it to, like it doesn't spawn by the enemy and that it doesn't spawn like an attack. I've seen people say that it spawns next to you and it just sits there. That is not true by any means. I've been using a bow from long range, and it'll spawn next to what I'm hitting and attack it. And once that is dead, it will move to the next closest thing. And if there is no next closest thing, then yeah, it'll come back to you. But as soon as you start attacking something, it's gonna run right at it. And it does good damage. It's, I mean, 4,000 physical damage on basic attacks, and even then, it still does more attacks. Like, it doesn't just swing left, swing right. It does moves like Brawler, like Reverse Slice, and those do even more damage. So, it is a really good set. I'm not here to talk about the set. I made a whole video on that set, so I'll put a link to that in the description below, and I'll also put a link to the actual build that I'm copying. Well, not copying, but that I went to base off of myself, called the Howling Temple for the Battlemaster's Corner. I hope you guys find that useful too. So, Action Grip, second bar, backup is dual wielding Sword of Willpower and Sword of Agility. The reason being because I have a Necklace of Agility and a Ring of Willpower. I don't have another of either, so I use Ring of the Fierce one because it has weapon damage on it, which doesn't hurt. So when you dual wield, which is going to be basically what you're doing because my build is for PVE, you're going to have 20,000 stamina, almost 20,000 health, 2,000 weapon damage, and then 17,000 magic damage, magic damage. That would be nice, 17,000 magic damage. Oh man. So, now the important part, the skills. Basically, got all the wrong skills on here. That's okay. Aegis Spear, you're going to want Puncturing Sweeps, or at least I put Puncturing Sweeps because it heals you based on the damage done, and enemies are knocked back for, well, they're stunned basically, and the biggest thing is that it heals you when it's done, because when you're doing dungeons and you've got swarms of NPCs all hitting you, you can hit them, you can take those hits, you can kill them first, and your health bar won't even move, because you can hit more than one enemy multiple times. You get healed multiple times. It's good stuff. Next thing I put on there is actually the dual wield for Steel Tornado, because it's a really good AoE and it does some decent damage. Also, you're going to want Repentance. If you're a Stamina Templar and you don't have Repentance, I would highly recommend getting it, because I actually used to not. I actually used to have Breath of Life, and it was good because it would heal you and it would heal allies near you, but Repentance, just as soon as you drop some bodies, hit Repentance, you get health and stamina back, so you won't have too many sustain issues with that. Now I put it on B because I don't want to be randomly in the city and be talking to somebody, press B, next thing you know you smack them with a spear, and then you're wanted. Worst thing, Repentance doesn't hurt anything, and it doesn't even cost any type of anything, so you could spam it over and over, and I'll show you what I mean. So, well, not that, I wanted to jump, I still can't jump. So, AoE, Repentance, it's awesome. Then we're going to go back to dual wield. I put Flying Blade, just because since you don't have a gap closer, you're going to want some type of range. The reason I chose this morph versus the one that bounces off and hits other targets is because it actually increases your weapon damage. Now for some reason it's been like glitching or something, and it won't actually do what it's supposed to. Like, I killed those guys, never mind. But it'll increase your weapon damage, and then you can put that together with Rally, and I have over 3,000 weapon damage once I do that. Then you want Rapid Strikes, just because that hits pretty damn hard multiple times. It's basically like a stamina of these spears, the Puncturing Sweeps. Not as fast, doesn't heal you, but it does some pretty good damage. And each hit increases the next hit by 2%. So it's not actually the numbers it's showing there. It's 2% 50% more every single time. And then we have the ultimate, which I put my werewolf, pack leader. I go pack leader because I actually used to run an all werewolf guild, and we would PVE together and we would PvP together sometimes too. And if you don't know, pack leader actually keeps them in werewolf form longer, so you would have to deal with 4 to 12 werewolves coming at you, and that's a nightmare, especially in PvP. So if anybody is out there and they want to be a werewolf and they're looking for a werewolf PvP run, just drop your gamer tag in the comments. I will add you. I could bring back this guild if I could. I just need more people. It's really inactive right now, but it's still there, so you could do that. The morphs, Feral Pounce, because it does way more damage and it keeps you werewolf longer. Hircine's Rage ups weapon damage. Rousing Roar, Howl of Despair. This one's really good, knocks him down and stuff. And then we have Claws of Life. Claws of Life has saved me. I have soloed group delves because of Claws of Life. It does a lot of damage, and it does even more disease damage. And it heals you to 50% of the disease damage inflicted. So, if you look at that, it does 8,315 disease damage for 10 seconds. 50% of that is now restored to health. And it hits more than one enemy. So that's, what? Let's say 4,000. Each enemy for 10 seconds. You're gonna hardly need this Hircine's Rage. But, whatever. And to be honest with you, that when my DPS is optimized, I'm all light armor, dual wielding, rally, flying dagger, and then as soon as I hit werewolf, I do that howl. My weapon damage has been up to 4,000 like that, and it shows. However, if you do want more than that, you can go to Fighter's Guild. Flawless Downbreaker passively increases the weapon damage, so it's at $22.99. One rally. And now wait a minute. 2702 should be 3009. Oh well. Maybe I was wrong. Awkward. Oh, I forgot. It's because I put on my heavy armor. Whoops. Anyway, there's that. And then for champion points, which is pretty damn important. They're kind of spread out, but I'll start with this, since it's already here. The Tower. Warlord and Magician, split evenly. I tried my best to get them both at 5%, because one reduces the magic cost of spells, and another reduces the stamina cost of spells and abilities, I guess. The reason being, like I said, I have puncturing sweeps, and I don't want to run out of magic with like 2 or 3 Breath of Lives and 1 puncturing sweeps or something, you know? So you go evenly between the two. And then I have healthy, because my health recovery is garbage. And I also put 5% into Magicka recovery, just to help when I'm healing. None into the thief. Then we're gonna go mage. I have, again, try to get 5 to 6% into Elfborn and Blessed, because Elfborn increases the damage and healing dealt by spell criticals by 6%. Why is that useful? Because puncturing sweeps. When most of it comes down to puncturing sweeps. Puncturing sweeps is my heal. Puncturing sweep does damage, and it goes based off of a critical. So when you can increase that, it's just awesome. And then Blessed increases the healing that I cast by 6%, which is good, because when you're a healer, you want to heal. Pretty self-explanatory. I actually went 10 and 10 into bow and blade, so that they do more damage. Because the build that I actually went off of, the Howling Temple, originally was the first bar a 2-handed sword, and the second bar was a bow. and I actually used that a lot in PvP when I was taking keeps, because I hate being hit from far range, and it's still being too far for a gap closer, for a critical rush. So I would just hit them with a bow. Just hit them with snipe. Then you can hit them from even farther with snipe. And then you can close the distance. Hit them with poison injection. Their health is low. Boom, gone. That's it. So light attacks and heavy attacks, though, didn't do much. So I put some into that. And the same with blade expert. I want more into this because it increases physical damage by 5%. But truth be told, these are all really good, and I had a hard time choosing in between them, and with more champion points I get, I'm probably going to put more into Thermaturge, I don't know how you say that, and probably Piercing, along with Mighty. Now, moving on to this, I went equally between medium armor and heavy armor for this, because I wanted at least 5%. That was my goal. With champion points, I don't have too many of them. I'm just now getting more because of the new update, but I wanted to go for 5% at least into each. Medium armor and heavy armor. And then I have Hardy, so that I reduces the poison, disease, and magic damage dealt to me. Because, one, I hate getting killed by poison since I'm a werewolf, so you have to build up some type of resistance. Also, I hate getting killed by crystal frags. So it's like a 2-in-1 for me. And then Elemental Defender. Not only does this help when you're versing other players, like especially other sorcerers, but it actually does help in dungeons, because there's enemies like the Engine Guardian. It does poison damage, which was hell. It does, shock and fire damage. When fire damage, even though I'm not a vampire, still hurts pretty bad. So you're going to want some defense. So that's that. I'm going to show you guys a demonstration of what I'm talking about, so you don't just look at this and think I'm like legitimately crazy. So if you give me a second, I'm going to see where I can go so that I can properly show you guys how I do this. Let's see if I can travel to somebody. Not group, guild. Yeah, that's right. I'm in Windcourt. Just kidding. Not that big of a deal. Now, if you're wondering where my Fallout 4 Let's Plays are at, I have to admit to you, I just haven't gotten around to it. And as a matter of fact, right now, it is 3 in the morning, and I'm recording this. And after that, I'm probably going to record Fallout for you guys. Just for you. How special is that? Anyway, they're coming. Don't be impatient. I know the first video was garbage. I know that. You don't. Those 5 views don't have to tell me. I know it, and it's okay. Because the rest of the videos are going to be great. And they're going to be filled with me probably screaming at the screen. But again, that's okay. So, let's see, where can I go? Doesn't really matter, right? Just not a world boss. Yeah, why not? Well, since I'm in Rothgar, might as well. Yeah, Polar. That's the name of my bear. Get it? Polar bear. Polar. Jokes. You got jokes. So, look, this, I wish they made a pet right here. A chubloon. That would be the greatest pet. Like, don't get me wrong. Where is he? Where's Raisins? Raisins is great. But a chubloon? That would be perfect. Sorry, Raisins. Okay, let's see. So, polar bear. Polar bears. So, rally. We're gonna look at that. That 41. Let me show you this. Boom. Look at that. Look at that. See? Brawler. Normal attack. 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 Brawler. Does damage. So you're gonna want Steel Tornado. Repentance. Ooh. Nice. Oh, I killed a Chubloon. God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. Poor thing. I really didn't deserve that. But anyway, so that's Morgulden. If you want to trade that awesome sword for damage, by all means, go ahead. I just won't do it. Boom, damage shield. See how it does that splash damage? Now, I know these guys are literally nothing. I'm just trying to show you guys, like, trust me, dungeons are way better. But either way, I hope this kind of helped you guys. And if you wanted to see more, or there's something you're still confused about, just drop a comment, let me know. Don't drop any comments saying I'm garbage, because that's hurtful. But anyway, seriously though, thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned something. I wanted to explain more about the passives for light armor, medium armor, stuff like that. Don't know if I got into that. I don't remember. I actually recorded this video twice because the first one was horrible. But medium armor, basically more critical, more stamina, reduced sneaking cost and stuff, increases weapon damage. This is the biggest thing. Why people tell you to use medium armor? Increases weapon damage. Heavy armor just increases armor rating, obviously, health recovery, max health, decreases stamina, blocking, and increased heals received. So that's the biggest thing. Light armor, you just get more magic, magic recovery, spell critical, stuff like that. That is the reason why people are telling you, oh, you should use light armor if you're a sorcerer. Oh, you should use this and that, blah, blah, blah. And my last thoughts here, play the game how you want. Don't worry about stats till you're vet 16, like I said before. And once you are vet 16, then you can worry about it. Either way, just have fun. Wait for more content, more DLC like I am. And if you are interested in a werewolf guild, drop a comment. If you're interested in seeing more videos, leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, hope you guys had fun.